Hi, everyone. My name is Satan, or Alessa Vamp on the interwebs. I go by any pronouns, and Yuiza is our dear wood elf, quote unquote, rogue, maybe possibly also warlock, and they go by she, her, amongst other things.
Hi, I'm Zachary Vaudo. I am playing Arat Kshizhin, your Damphir Wild Oracle. Any pronouns for any of us, so long as they're not derogatory.
Yeah, they, everybody. It's me, Abby, your local nerd. But tonight, I'm your Fisscourth. You're a hooling cleric of screeching, keening, words. I scream at people really good, okay? And because I'm cis and my mom picked out our pronouns, we're both she, her.
Bienvenido, Power Gamers! Hey, everybody, I'm RJ. Today I'll be playing Sulong Shen. We both go by he, him. He's a Zarin barbarian. I'm a gremlin at heart. Please don't hurt me.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. I'm going to put your emotional trauma away for the next session. And
Wait,
with
no,
that,
hurt me.
That just leaves me. Hey, everybody, I'm Sara Roberts. I use any pronouns, and I'll be your GM for the evening. Last week, you all wrapped up meeting with the NPCs who had been displaced from their homes, some who had been left with the temples to be cared for, injured. Last week, Farah had still not awoken, and let me see. Someone roll me a D100, please. We'll see if she wakes up.
I will put her fate in my hands. It's fun. It's exciting. It's a 63.
Okay. Farah has still not woken up, and you all have gathered at the temple, sharing a bit of a meal, a bit of a chat, talking with each other and the NPCs around the table when Yuiza came by and introduced you to the latest companion in your party, Precious Stinky Boy, who definitely didn't try to poison Yuiza the first time that they met. But Yuiza, after a little chat, left him with you all and went off on her own to see Old Man Ted. And as you shifted Yuiza into the woman in the portrait in Old Man Ted's house, the door opened. And that red-headed woman came face to face with you. And that is where we are picking up this evening. As you open the door, you come face to face with the woman whose face you are currently wearing. And she stares at you and blinks for a moment and says, "Who the hell are you?"
I can explain.
You can explain why you look like me.
Yes.
At my father's door, my elderly father's door, who apparently is not well. Are you the one who's been coming to visit him?
Well, somebody had to.
Get out.
Yeah, she just steps aside.
And as you do, she walks past you, pulling the door firmly shut behind her, and begins down the hall towards Duval's office.
Okay. She's going to go down another road and change her face.
Okay.
But I don't have to deal with this. I gotta go now. Great. I'm gonna go get my precious stinky boy, and I have to head out.
Okay, you can definitely go meet up with your friends. I believe you all were still in the dining room, correct? Chatting with one another?
Yes, that sounds right.
All right. Yuiza, you can definitely go back to the dining hall. Your friends are all still there sitting around the table.
She's going to pick up the small deer and just say, "I have to go." And she's going to walk out. Hurriedly.
Oh my, that seemed serious. Do you need assist? You know, I'll let her handle it.
She's already leaving.
Yeah, she's gone. She is totally... Okay, we should probably... Come on. Sulong is going to stand up and follow.
We are getting ready to go, yes, and I'll stand up as well.
Satan, roll me 1d4.
4.
Fantastic.
I don't think that's good.
Fantastic. So, where are you all going?
Out. Somewhere. She doesn't know. Just away.
All we have to do is follow the putrid stench of that animal. We'll be able to catch up with her quickly.
I will say it does make it easier for me to know where she is.
Oh, most certainly. That's one benefit to that wretched beast in our company.
Don't you think that's more of a detriment considering Yuiza is kind of the stealthy one of us all?
I would be surprised if she wants to sneak into places carrying a small deer under her arm, but I am not one to judge.
That sounds rad. I'd want to sneak in places with a small deer under my arm.
Or then you can, and it will draw attention off of Yuiza.
Sulong just nods his head like, ah.
She's heading towards the woods.
I think we're all we know is Yuiza is leaving and we're following, so I think we're just going wherever she winds up going.
Can I do like a perception check to see if, other than my friends, anybody else is following? I'm bad
Sure.
at perception.
You can go ahead and roll perception.
I'm not great at it. 10. I'm worried. I'm walking.
Yep. You hear nothing but the sound of the trees as you begin to move through the forest. It doesn't take long for the rest of you to catch up with Yuiza. She's running through the trees or walking hurriedly, I would suppose, as to not startle the smelly deer that is under your arm.
Oh, what did you do?
So you know how I can change faces?
Recently, yes.
Yes. Well, I could actually do that before I told you. That's the really cool part.
Oh no, I meant I know recently, yes.
You didn't kill anyone, did you?
Oh, no, not currently. So you know that old farmer that we helped?
Yes.
You know how he thought I was his daughter?
Oh, Yuiza, don't tell me.
I visited him once before and I was gonna tell him like, hey dad, I'll see you soon, hoping that his daughter would eventually show up, because he was very sad and lonely and he kept calling me his daughter, so I just wanted to make sure that he was all right. But then I go there and she's there and I look like her, and then she leaves to the Val's office and then I leave and I change my face and now we're here.
Sulong is going to step up to Yuiza, put an arm on her shoulder. Yuiza, you didn't do anything wrong in our eyes, but
She's very...
what you just did was identity theft. We've got to go.
I've never been caught doing it before.
Wait,
Kind of, actually, I have.
how does she know that you did this, though? Like, your face?
I don't know, but I don't want to find out if she does, because I don't know what people can do, and I want to go.
I would be surprised if she would be able to immediately know that it was you. Unless she could identify you by, per se, your clothes. However,
Possibly, and also I don't know what power that old man has.
did you have reason to believe that his daughter would not be here? Has she been gone?
With the state of his house, you all saw it. Well, you smelt it, but the rest of you saw it. It was deteriorated. He barely had any food. Everything was dusty.
Yes,
He didn't even know where it was. I had assumed she had abandoned him.
I don't believe we need to necessarily skip town, as they say, but it is rather... Well, it's not polite to take someone's face and impersonate them before their family members. I'm told this is a grievous offense. But you didn't use it to extort him or take taxes in his name. You could always just apologize.
I don't want to.
Does this
Then I
happen
have to
often?
No, actually, I'm pretty good at what I do. It's only happened like a handful of times throughout my life.
So it has happened.
Yes, but it's usually like, it's illusion magic. Ha 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 ha. Not like I can literally change my face. And I'm going to be, she's like talking and like putting on a new shirt and like changing her pants and a jacket from like clothes she has in her bag.
I agree. I don't believe we have to necessarily like skip town immediately, but as fate would have it, we are already planning to leave for the Panu Republic. So not so much skip town as continue doing exactly what we were going to be doing today once everybody was done with their things.
Fisscourth has this little troubled expression on her face. As about as troubled as a bat can express, wrinkled, thinking. She looks to Yuiza, delicately takes one of her hands in her claws and says, look, we've all made mistakes in our past, and you were trying to do something good. Really,
She doesn't
you were.
think that. She doesn't think that, and I don't think she'll understand that. Listen, I get it to a certain extent, but also, that poor man was alone.
Of course, I'm not saying that she was the daughter of the year or anything like that. I certainly wouldn't know myself, but maybe just an explanation, he was lonely, I was trying to assist, I'm sorry if I offended you, that sort of thing, that might help. I don't think it's an executable offense, and we did just save the town, so we do have, some acumen.
So do I have to own up to this, or can I just run away? I'm confused.
We should own up to it. Honesty is important. I'm sorry, Arat, go right ahead.
No. Fisscourth is right. I will say I do agree with you, Yuiza, that I do not think that you are required to own up to it. And I say this because I feel that owning up to it does nothing but cast the daughter in a bad light, that you felt so bad for this old man, for his daughter's absence, that you took it upon yourself to be her. It would not look well in the end, regardless. I suppose it is, of course, the right thing to do to offer an explanation. I will just offer up that the explanation does not paint the accuser in a good light. As anyway, she might regret raising the problem.
What if I write a letter and then one of you guys delivers it?
If you'd like.
It's a step. I'll even deliver it. I'm a very skilled courier, as you can tell. I'll even help you write it. I'm brilliant at writing. I am a very learned scholar, after all. I will make her weep with adoration for you.
Sure. Okay, so I'm going to write a letter. I'm going to take out a piece of parchment and be like, Sulong, turn around.
Turns around.
Puts a piece of parchment on your back. There's a little ink pot on one hand that's holding it there, and a little... It's like, okay, what if I start... Okay, I'm going to write, and she's purposely not going to use her regular handwriting, just in case. Oh, but what if... Okay, are you sure I should send a letter? I feel like maybe I could just not be here.
Yuiza, I think right now it's decision time. Do you want to tell them or do you not want to tell them? We can't force you to do anything either way, but either you're going to offer an explanation.
Okay, I'm writing a letter.
Okay. One way or another, we have to do something.
Yes. I'm going to write... this is for Duval. It's going to be specifically for Duval, okay? Dear Duval... I used illusion magic to try and be... No, that sounds wrong. Do I? No, okay.
Start out with an apology.
I'm sorry.
2.
I don't know her name.
The daughter of Duval. It's a suitable title.
Daughter. God, what was his name? I forgot. Yuiza didn't, but I forgot. It's
Ted.
Ted.
Old man Ted.
Old man Ted. Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what we called him.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Okay, let me... Okay, calm down.
Deep breaths.
Dear Duval, I write to you over agreements that may have already been brought to your attention. After the incident of Old Man Ted that we found him in such an unstately... No, wait. Words... Such in poor conditions at his house. He confused me with his daughter, and it seemed like she had been gone for some time. So I took it upon myself to use a few illusion tricks to pretend to be his daughter to make sure that he was okay. I know it was not the right way. I apologize to you and to her. I just wanted to make sure that Old Man Ted was okay. My apologies again for a second time. Why?
Two of the shoulder arms is just going to come down and slip that paper away from Yuiza and waved in the air to dry. Sulang's just going to turn on his heel and start walking back to the temple.
Hearing footsteps, I'll just start following. Like, people are walking, okay.
I'm going to stay here.
Mm-hmm.
Fisscourth, I'm so scared right now.
Stay with you. I'll be your moral support.
Okay, I would appreciate that. I'm usually very good and do not get caught doing this. Usually, most of the time.
Oh, so was I, when I was committing acts in a terrible name. Well, merely for survival, but look, when you're caught and you realize what you've done has harmed another, it's good to seek reparations, apologies. And this is the first very important step. I'm not an expert, not saying I am the best at apologies, but this is a very good start and you're doing a good thing. And you can help this family heal a little bit. And you didn't try to harm anyone. And Fisscourth is just, doing the mom thing where she's like cleaning Yuiza's hair, glaring at precious stinky boy every so often.
Okay.
Baby, you're doing a good thing, Yuiza. You're righting what others may have seen as wrong. I personally don't see anything wrong with it.
I don't see anything wrong with it either. She was so angry and I get it, but I wasn't using her face to go out and do other stuff. I was just making sure her dad wasn't alone.
Exactly. It's a bit complex, certainly, but well, you only have to wait and see what the reaction is, but we'll be leaving town. You won't have to deal with her or him ever again.
Maybe I could just stay in the woods while you guys finish your stuff, and then we can meet up again, later, outside of town, and I can not be out in public. Oh wait, I need to say goodbye to Ivy.
You have connections, which is why making amends is so important.
Okay, I'm just going to wait here. She's gonna find a fallen log and just sit. And how you sit with your hands clasped, just worrying the entire time with nothing to do. That's what she does.
Fisscourth is just gonna look around awkwardly, that where you don't know how to comfort somebody who is clearly very much in a state of crisis. I'm going to the well, and I'm going to bring cold clouds of water for you. I will return shortly, and she'll just
I'm going to stay here with precious stinky man or boy. He's still a boy. You're so young still.
He's still a boy. He's not yet a man.
Precious stinky boy Yuiza is right next to you, nosing at your pocket and looking on the ground for tasty little treats to eat. But you guys can definitely do that. Sulang and Arat, you two are heading to the temple?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. You're not too far away. It's easy for you to find your way. As you come out, you see Helena supporting Pascal as he is trying to make his way towards town, and he gives you a, hey, how's it going? Where you just left? Are you coming right back?
Yeah, we've got something to talk to Duval about. Are you sure you're supposed to be up right now?
You sound in pain.
The breathing is a little hard right now, but I have had worse, and I need to go apparently to Ivy's. I hear Euphoria and Connie are not at the tailor's shop, and I wanted to check on them because the fight was a lot, I heard, and I heard that they both fought in it, and I wanted to make sure that they were okay and didn't need anything.
Yes, I'd say about a third of the town is over at her farm.
Oh, a third.
That's right.
Third of the cool. I will just make sure that 1/3 of the town doesn't need anything then.
If you feel physically able to do so, and if you're able to be accompanied, to make sure that you're physically able to do so.
No, Helena is oh, don't call me that. That's mean. I'm not telling them what you just called me. No, Helena can help me, and her duck's with us. So worst case scenario, if the duck comes running back to town quacking, that's how I've fallen over and she can't resuscitate me. I'm pretty sure I'm not bleeding internally or anything.
That's where the blood's supposed to be.
right? That's what I said.
You're not. No, you're
She
not.
slapped me for it. And Helena gives you the dirtiest look, Sulong.
He'll turn to full face Helena so that she can read his lips proper. Sorry for the joke. We're going to be leaving pretty soon, so if we don't catch you, he puts the tips of his finger to his bottom lip and extends his hand outward as a thank you in sign language.
Helena nods and while rolling her eyes, and then jostles her companion a little bit, and he will interpret for you that she says, "You're welcome. You're all going to give me a hernia." Then continues with Pascal supporting most of his weight as he makes his way towards the flower farm.
All right, we'll just keep his thoughts to himself as he listens to them walk off and just go, all right, well.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire, so they say.
I think that things will be fine. I do not disagree with what she did, and which one of us has not run away from our problems at some point or another?
Yeah, that's something we'll unpack on the road later. Let's go.
I'll follow the sound of Sulong in.
Sulong has taken the letter and rolled it up neatly.
All right. You can definitely do that. There is no mistaking where Duval is, as there is some rather tense shouting coming from that end of the hallway, as someone has a rather lively, air quotes, discussion with the elderly leader of the temple. But the door is closed as you arrive. Do you knock?
Do we want to get mixed up in this?
I knock immediately.
Okay.
There is a pause to the argument that's happening on the other side of the door, or the one-sided argument. And the door opens, and you see sitting at the desk of Duval in one of the guest chairs a woman with short red hair and the neat and tidy uniform of a capital soldier, crying at his desk. All right. Sulong, it's a pleasure to see you. Is there something that I can assist you two with? I'm rather busy at the...
Are we interrupting?
We thought we might be able to assist you all here, actually.
Why would you implicate us like this?
Well, if you're looking to assist with those who need medical care, Rose Ressa would be the one to yes.
No. We actually, many of us spent much time doing that already. And I'm going to actually be fumbling around along Sulong's shoulder and arm to find the letter at that point.
Sulong will hand Arat the letter.
No, actually, we know something of your current circumstance, and just hand the letter over direct to Duval.
And the old man will take the parchment from you and unfurl it and begin reading. And as he does, well, I'm glad to see that you all and Toby are hot on the trail of whoever was here last night attacking the town. I thank you all for your service. Now, if you don't mind, my attention needs to turn to the...
Yep. All right.
Absolutely.
If you don't mind, I will... I need to have a longer discussion, and if you need me, probably later this evening would be a good time to call again.
We may be departing in a short amount of time to follow the lead that you had mentioned, but if we do stay later, then absolutely we'll return.
Okay.
behind, like, probably the woman's face down on the desk crying. Sulong's just gonna mouth "good luck" and "I'm sorry" to Duval as he lets just slowly pull Arat away.
Duval takes a long, steadying breath and closes his eyes for a moment and says, "Good day to you all, and I will see you again." And closes the door softly behind him as he goes back to sit down.
Arat,
Yes.
I'm very not familiar with the mainland, but I could spot, like, military regalia walking out.
Oh. What was she wearing?
Capital soldier, I think, from the colors.
Make a history check, Sulong.
Oh boy.
If he describes it to me, can I?
Ooh.
Yeah.
So,
Sulong would have to make a performance check to describe what he saw.
I think
I
he's rolled well enough, though.
I got a 17
Okay.
for history.
That's more than enough. With what you know of the soldiers in the capital, the army follows a very strict color code uniform. She's wearing a captain's uniform.
I think she was a captain.
Oh, well, that would explain her prolonged absence from her father, then.
Yeah. We should go.
Okay.
Let's not tell Yuiza about this, I guess. Do we tell Yuiza about this?
That she was a captain?
What's our best shot at survival here?
I think we simply... we do exactly what we said. If we are leaving shortly, then we are leaving shortly. If we are not leaving shortly, then we return to talk to Duval. But I believe that given the fact that Duval did not immediately address what was written on the parchment, I think that all is well.
You know what? You are, I assume, far older than I am and wiser beyond my years. Let's go with that plan.
Certainly one of them.
Just a hand on Arat's shoulder as they walk just to help guide him.
I'll take the guidance and walk.
Where are you all heading to?
To the woods.
Back to where we came.
Okay. Yeah, you can make it back to the woods. Just takes you a few minutes to get where Yuiza currently is. Fisscourth, you've probably returned from the fountain at this time, from the well, with some... How did you transport the water?
So, I realized, everything in town's burned down. I soaked my chest fur and I brought it back, and I'm wringing out my chest fur and offering cold little wings. But my colony does this all the time. Why are you acting like it's weird?
But it was in your chest fur.
I am a very clean woman, I'll have you know. I groom myself every morning.
How do you groom yourself?
Wave tongue and, of course, the occasional air bath.
As you're wringing out this water, Precious Stinky Boy comes up and is nosing at your fur a little bit, Fisscourth.
Wretched little beast, what do you want from me?
I think he's used to kind of the same thing. I
Him?
can't drink that water because I mean I could, but also I feel like it's unsanitary because your fur has your spit, so I'd be like drinking fur spit water.
Oh, yes. Interspecies disease is such a consideration. Perhaps I will give that to Stinky Boy then. I just squeeze out a whole bunch of water on his face.
You are really mean to Precious Stinky Boy.
Well, Precious Stinky Boy insults my existence.
Fisscourth, roll
He's
animal
just
handling.
happy. Just happy to be here.
Oh, boy. 12.
Cool. You don't scare Precious Stinky Boy.
Damn it.
No musk spray for you.
You know what? I appreciate it, but I am not thirsty at the moment.
It is truly the least I can do. And I'm always here. I will have to give you a bath, though, at some point. Yeah, really, all of you. I understand that the service has different methods of hygiene, but I really think that all of us could use a genuine Ahuling bath at some point. Helps you sneak.
So when you say genuine Ahuling bath, right?
Yes?
What does that involve? Like, what's doing the cleaning and who and where? So you see, for us, when you use your tongue on somebody else's body, it's seen as a very much sexual gesture.
And at that note, that's around when Sulong and Arat walk up.
Are we tonguing?
No, we're getting, you know what, doesn't matter.
I'm confounded by your
On a
answers.
scale of 1 to 10, 1 being least anxious to 10 being super anxious, where do you fall
Normally or right now?
right now?
Exactly. That is, I mean, like, very, but like, I've definitely been more anxious in my life, you know?
Cool, cool. If you had to put a number on it, though.
Like, probably like a 6, you know? Like a little bit more than average. But like, I've been through this before, kind of, sometimes in a different way, totally.
Cool. Sulong is going to let go of Arat, sit next to Yuiza, puts a hand on her shoulder gently. I don't know how to tell you this. It's not accusatory.
Is everyone mad at me and I have to run because nobody ever wants me to come back to the town?
Well,
No.
This isn't accusatory.
Okay, because that happened once.
But Yuiza, you kind of messed up.
I think what I did was fine.
She's a captain in the capital army.
Oh.
So that gives her an excuse for abandoning her father?
It does explain her prolonged absence, given that she would have to be working with the
Listen, I
military.
did him a favor.
I meant more in the sense of if she ever thought about hunting us down, she has the resources.
I will say I do not believe that would become a problem. I do not think that we will have to worry. Duval did not see fit to bring up the contents of the letter while we were there, and she was very much in the room. So I personally believe that we may be fine. I would just say we probably continue as we were going to do, which is not be here.
So, like, do we leave now, or do we leave like at night, or do we leave like in a few hours, or tomorrow morning?
I think that's entirely up to us. Duval did say that if we wish to speak with him, it would be later tonight. But we can. It is not required, and we can go whenever we want to.
If we're worried about her retaliating, maybe Duval will tell us.
Sulong and Arat, roll me retroactive insight on Duval.
I rolled a 7, so that's an 18.
10.
Arat, from Duval's tone of voice, you get the sense that his inviting you back later that evening was more of a signal for when the coast would be clear for you all, should you wish to return to the temple, possibly implying that that woman would not be around anymore.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Just, no, again, if you wish to speak on it, nighttime would be when she will not be there, and we can speak to Duval on the matter, but it's entirely up to you still. All of you.
I think I would like to gauge how much damage I did, and if I need to worry for my life again.
Very well.
And I'm going to spend some time with Ivy before I leave.
That sounds like a good plan. I say that we spend the day finalizing things, and then we speak to Duval tonight, and perhaps we sign off with the wardens here before we continue in the morning, having been fully rested.
Wise as ever, Arat. Oh, speaking of, I should probably say my farewells to Egg back at the temple if we're all leaving.
Should we wait
Wow.
till nighttime? Or, I mean, I think you guys are okay to go back, but I don't know because now you're like kind of associated with me.
We did not name you. We did not name you, and Duval did not.
Amazing.
Duval did not mention what the contents of the letter were. So, actually, I do not even know if the woman saw us in the first place.
She had her head down on the desk.
So, frankly, this is one of those moments, as you have all come to know me to say, that fate will decide how things turn out. I am not particularly concerned with the way
Indeed.
things are. If it is going to happen, it will happen.
Well, then, I'm going to say my goodbyes to friends at the temple. Is there anything anyone needs while I'm there? Bandages, perhaps? New bedclothes?
I cannot think of anything. If you need help carrying any of those things, though, I cannot think of anybody else that I need to communicate with.
I do still have a bag of holding if we want to take extra rations.
Oh, yes, please. Wait. Did you check it first?
I do not think it will feed the bagman.
Are you entirely certain?
Yes.
I trust you. Very well. And she'll take the bag of holding and make her merry way over to the temple.
I will follow Fisscourth as I do not have anything else to do. My suggestion of let's wrap things up was entirely for the rest of the group.
Too long will turn to Yuiza. I'll drop you off.
I think you'll really like her flower fields. Are very pretty.
Well, I do have to meet Nismet at the training grounds, so it's along the way.
You can at least take a look.
Again.
Maybe bring this much some flowers.
You're a genius.
I know, right?
In all matters besides the whole, fiasco in the temple.
That
but,
was like a slip up that almost
I'm just
never
messing with you.
happens. Anyway, let's go.
So we'll send you all off to the flower farm first. It's not a long walk for you. When you get there, there is a lot more chatter, Yuiza, than you're used to hearing at the flower farm. It seems like there's just a hub of activity going on, and I will move you all over to the map. And as you and Sulong walk up, there is a loud bark and a creature that comes barreling towards the two of you as Pershing clocks that the two of you have entered the property. Can you roll me a d20, please?
Okay. 19.
Fantastic. Pershing does not scare Precious Stinky Boy.
Oh, thank God.
As he runs up. But Pershing does come up with a loud bark and plants his front feet as his butt hits the ground, his metal tail wagging back and forth beneath him as he tilts his metal head to the side.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, good boy, how's it going?
Just gonna scratch his head.
He will take those scratches on his metal construct body, and he barks at you softly and then bounds back. And as you see as he does, in the distance towards Ivy's house, her dad and Toby are having a conversation in front of the house. And you can hear other folks having a conversation off to your right, over by the tent area and where Mel has set up kind of a temporary blacksmithing station.
Do you want to find out what's going on with Toby?
Sure.
I'm going to go see if maybe I could, do I have money? No, I do not. Ignore me.
Who has money? We have a voucher for the bathhouse.
No, you have a voucher for the
do.
blacksmith shop.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's true.
I believe Sulong has 500 gold with the blacksmith.
Because we named it. Yeah, okay. Well, don't say I never got you anything. And he'll hand the voucher to Yuiza.
You're so nice.
If you see anything that could work for anyone else, though,
Yes, obviously. Obviously.
But treat yourself. You had a rough day today.
Thank you.
Impersonating someone.
I was trying to be nice. She's gonna walk away.
Sulong will head over to Toby and
This is what happens when I try to be nice. I'm never being nice again, is what she's saying on her way to the tents.
Sulong, as you approach Toby, he and Colton stop and greet you. And Colton, Ivy's dad, introduces himself to you. He walks with a cane and a rather noticeable limp. And one of his arms, the sleeve of his shirt is pinned up under the armpit.
hello, I'm one of Yuiza's party members. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, Ivy has told me about you all. It's a pleasure to meet you as well. How can we help you?
Sorry, it feels like I was interrupting something. Is everything okay?
Oh, no, don't worry about it. We were just Colton and I served together a while back and we were just catching up. But did you need something? They have places for folks to stay here. I believe you stayed at the temple last night, Yuiza said.
Yeah, no, we're thinking about moving on, following a lead.
A lead. Okay.
Somewhere out in the Republic, there was some stuff happening, and it kind of aligns with what happened here, so we're going to check it out.
Well, the capital would be a good place for folks to hide. It's rather a busy city.
Big, from what I hear.
Yeah. Well, good luck. There's a Warden's Guild Hall there. I'm not sure how long it'll be there for. They're talking about closing that as well as like the one that they did in Ukraine, but it's there for now. Should you need a place to stay, you could probably get lodgings there.
Cool. Thank you again, Toby, for taking us on and kind of guiding us through our first really weird month as wardens.
You know what? Y'all have done better than I expected.
I'll take it.
Good.
Mr. Collin, have a good day.
You as well. And with that, we'll break from that to head over to Yuiza. Yuiza, as you walk over to the campfire area where Mel has set up a smithing station in the back, Ivy and Pip Glumtaff, the goblin blacksmith, are sitting there quietly, attempting to kind of peek around the edge of the tent. They're very intently trying to watch what is going on a little ways off with Pascal and Euphoria without being too obvious. But as a trained rogue like yourself knows, they're giving it all away, and they are very obvious. It's like Scooby-Doo. They are two heads just popping around the corner.
You know, you guys aren't being very subtle, right?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Subtle about what? We were just talking about,
Do you want me to sneak and see what they're saying?
No, that would be an invasion of privacy, and I would never ask you. Yes, please find out. I'm dying to know. He just came over. He was limping all the way over. He should not be out of bed. Why is he here? And Pip speaks up. Yeah, I've never seen anyone walk that injured, that far to talk to someone before, just to see if they're all right. And he tried to play it off like he was checking up on all of us, but he never made eye contact with anyone but Euphoria.
You know, I think we saw them like in the maze at some point together, but like she wasn't happy.
Really? Tell me everything. What did you hear? What did you see? What were they wearing? And Ivy is right above Pip's head, just like with her hands under her chin, just like dying to hear the hot goss that you have.
Well, do you want me to tell you now or tell you with everything after I spy on them?
I can't make up my mind if I want you to invade their privacy in that way. So I will just say that I trust you and leave that decision up to you.
Okay,
But also you have to tell me.
Okay, I'm just
Okay.
going to move here for a moment to just sit down with my friends, and she's going to start sneaking off.
Okay. I'm so glad Yuiza's here to hang out with us. And as the two of them both lose their cool, go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
22 for stealth.
How close do you try and get to them?
Not too close. Like, she's still trying to like hide behind most of the tent and keep a low profile and just try and overhear anything.
Okay. Roll me perception. We'll see how well you can hear what's going on.
I do have a +0, so it's a solid 14.
They're not really speaking in hushed tones. They're not trying to keep quiet. They think that they're far enough away from everyone, that they have a bit of privacy. But you do hear Euphoria. But you didn't have to say it like that. It was so crude. And I mean, I would love to maybe go on a date sometime, but Connie still had no right to tell you about me. That is my private business. And I wish you had approached me a different way. And Pascal is nodding his head. I know, and I'm not like, Helena tells me that I don't use my words as effectively as I could when I'm speaking and when I'm signing, and I'm trying to work on it. And like, I just want you to know that I'm sorry, and like I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable when I asked you to dinner, but like if you would like to give it a shot, like I can't guarantee that like I won't put my whole foot in my mouth at one point or another, because I have done that on an actual dare before. But I would like to take you to get some dinner when, you know, they fix the roof over there. Your hair looks really pretty. Well, I guess everyone can't be as wonderful as me all the time. So I just, you know, it will work on it. How's that sound? And Euphoria's back is to you, Yuiza, but she does sound a little more okay with the situation than last you all heard when she and Pascal were together. And if Pascal is facing towards you and you weren't aware that his face could actually get redder, but he gets a distinct blush across his nose and his cheeks.
Oh my god, this is where she's gonna start sneaking back off. It's like, oh my god. She's gonna come back. Yeah.
Pip and Ivy are having a conversation about how beautiful one singular flower is while trying to look over each other's shoulders in both directions, trying to figure out where you're going to come from. And when Pip spots you, she throws the flower on the ground. Okay, honey, spill. What you know? Tell me everything. What did that big old meatball of a man do?
Oh my gosh. She comes in with this exact face of like her jaw dropped and smile like, okay. So it seems like, I don't know, Connie said something to Pascal about Euphoria. I don't know what it was, but right. It seems like at the maze, he tried to ask her out for a dinner, but like he's not really great with words, so I guess she didn't like it. But now he's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, and he's like so genuine and like, I just think you're really pretty and I want to take you out on a date, and you know I can put my whole foot in my mouth. Apparently he did that once in a dare also, like physically, so that's very impressive. But
honestly, that doesn't surprise me about Pascal.
I know, right?
Yeah. Mm-mm.
But she was like, you know, I guess not everyone can be as perfect as me, because you know she's, you know, pretty, like, you know, perfect. I'm not gonna lie. She's very
confident. I'll give you that. Yeah, honey, she's very confident. Mm-hmm. I wish I was like her. Mm-hmm.
Right. So then he's like, you know, maybe like when the roof gets fixed, I could take you out for dinner. She's whispering everything between the two of them. I could take you out for dinner. And she's like, well, you know, I guess we could give it a shot. So I think they're going to go on a date now.
And as you finish that, there is just a loud, like, incredibly girly squeal that comes out of both Ivy and Pip as they start, like, bouncing up and down, trying to contain their excitement. From there, Sulong, you walk up as this hushed conversation is wrapping up, and the ladies are all just bouncing around with some gossip.
Not the worst reaction I've gotten by entering a room. Hello.
Oh, Sulong, hi. We were just discussing the flowers that are currently in bloom. They have flower petals.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, Ivy, Sulong needs to bring some flowers to Nismat.
Oh, I have those. What kind does she like? You know what? Don't worry about it. I'll pick them out. Come with me. Okay, yeah. Come.
Ivy, think Feywild. Think making her think of home, of love, of beauty. You got this.
Actually, I was thinking about
No, your thoughts.
bluebells and hydrangeas. They mean gratitude in flower.
I think we all know you're a little bit more than just, gratituded or whatever that word is.
Don't worry. I got him. It's fine. Okay.
Being polite.
Yuiza, did you need something? I totally forgot to ask.
No, I just wanted to see you.
Oh, okay. I'm going to get his flowers. I'll be right back. Okay, bye.
Okay.
And she's going to give you a quick kiss on the cheek. And Sulong, you get dragged away to Ivy's greenhouse back
Over
towards
Ivy's shoulder,
the house.
a extra arm points to Yuiza and then points over to the blacksmithing table.
All right. So you're here.
As you walk over, Mel is inspecting a blade and polishing it. It is a small dagger, about 5 inches in length, very thin. You get the sense that it would fit really nicely in a boot.
I like that. It's like concealed.
It's good work. Pip made
It's
it.
amazing work. You do amazing work. So you know how my friend won a 500 gold voucher for your shop?
Yes.
Well, he gave it to me to see if I could find something useful for either me or anybody else in the group, because we're going to be leaving soon to track down the people that are responsible for like what happened. So I don't know if you still have like all your stock that you had before, because I understand that you're still under construction after yesterday. And yeah,
We lock up all of the important things in the basement at night, so it was safe from the blast. What would you like to look at? We'll drag you over to the tent and open the flap, and it is almost as though there are a few things that obviously didn't make it, but the majority of the blacksmith shop has been moved into the tent that is next to their blacksmithing setup.
wow. This is so cool. I love weapons, and you make so many great ones. Anyway, let me go see what we have. And I'll go through it. Do you want me to just kind of look at it while you pop over to somebody else?
Yeah, sure. You can go ahead and do that. Feel free to do a little shopping and we'll check back in on you. Fisscourth and Arat. What y'all up to? Where'd you go? You went back to the temple, right?
There is someone who helped me develop my non-homicidal and xenophobic urges, and I feel like I need to thank them and say goodbye. It's little things. And Fiss is like, as she's approaching the temple, is kind of like practicing because she still feels really bad about what she put Hank through. Look, we're on good terms, but also I kind of tortured and almost ate them and probably ate several people in front of them. So, I really want to get this right.
Arat is quietly walking next to Fisscourth and listening. It's one of those so quiet that there's a 50-50 chance that she gets so distracted in what she's doing she forgets that he's right there, just listening as they walk.
Yeah. You two, I will put you back at the front of the temple. You two walk through town and head back to the temple. Town's still pretty quiet. As you pass through, you can see over further down the road, Iggy and Rupert are outside. They are on the roof assessing the damage where Lowry Moon fortified it the night previous. And Zikos and another person are walking around bouncing a little bundle, apparently trying to get someone to fall asleep for a nap outside of the shop. But as you walk to the temple, it is still a hub of activity. There's a lot of people still in the dining area, still chatting with one another, taking their time here. But you can find Egbri in the Temple of Timora, the very first one, as you walk in.
I'll follow Fisscourth up into like close to the area, at which point I'll finally like pipe up and say, would you like for me to step aside so you may speak to this person?
Yes, I would prefer a bit of privacy, Arat. I do trust you and care for you dearly. It's just...
Some things are personal, I completely understand.
You are wise. Always so wise.
Put a hand on her shoulder and say, for what it's worth listening to your recitation, I do believe it is what we do that outweighs what we did. And he'll walk off and down the hallway and out of the main temple area.
He doesn't know how bad it got, does he? And I'll just rap on the door.
There is no door. This is like the first main area that you walk into.
I'll rap on the doorway then, because I'm being polite and respecting boundaries.
Sounds good. But yeah, Avery turns around and, oh, hi, Fisscourth. Hi. Can I help you? Are you hurt? Do you need medical care?
Oh, no. I'm very well. I actually came to speak with you. I hope it's a good time. I hope I'm not interrupting or taking up any of your time.
No one. I don't have to check on Farah for a little while.
How has she been faring?
She's stable, but I'm more worried about Amelie.
I should probably speak with her as well. It's difficult when you see one of your own down and about. But I wanted to speak with you, actually. My companions and I were planning on leaving town soon. We're going to find the villains that burned and destroyed our village. But I wanted to thank you, as well as say farewell.
I didn't. I just clean here.
No, Egbri, you have done a great service to me and changed my life irrevocably. I might as well remained a murderous, bloodthirsty monster had it not been for your kind words and the words of others. I don't wish to keep treading back on the past, but I just wanted to tell you that it means worlds to me, what you've done.
Thanks, for coming. You don't, I don't want to be mean saying this, but you don't have to come check on me if you don't want to. I'm okay.
All right. I just, I'm leaving town. I just wanted, I wanted to, I'm concerned with your well-being. It was a pleasure, Egbri. Thank you again.
Be safe, Fisscourth.
You too. And I'm going to leave the room and probably throw up in my mouth a little bit because, oh my God, I'm so nervous.
You can definitely head off. Where are you heading to?
I'm going to ask around, see where Amelie and Farah are, because, let's face it, I still kind of a little bit have a crush on her. Also, check up on your homies, especially when their family is injured.
As you go into the hallway heading towards the back, you see Ellison and Mari. And you can definitely ask either one of them where the sisters are, and they'll tell you they are the first door on your right as you go down this hallway.
Oh, and my deepest condolences about what happened. If there's any service you need, I'm here. As are my companions before we leave for vengeance. Justice? I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, and Ellison will speak up. Thank you. We're gonna go back today after Duval and Thomas finish eating and collect my brother's body. We're gonna have a funeral for him tonight here at the temple. If you want to come, I don't know if that's weird, but I think most of the town is going to end up being here.
Of course, I mean, after all, we were at the scene, and justice and making sure that everything is put right means the world to us all. I'll let my companions know.
Thank you. If there's anything you all need to get you set off on your way, let me know. I have a big house full of things that I really don't need.
By all means necessary, and thank you. Oh my God, the why is such a nerve-wracking thing. Why is everyone asking things?
And before you go in to check on Amelie and Farah, Arat, what are you up to?
Arat took the closest exit from the main room that he could to not listen in, which I think put him into the actual like temple area, like those back hallways.
Okay. Is there anywhere in particular you're going?
No, but in the middle of this like, I guess, nexus of power and belief, just gonna just wander around a little bit and just stop and sit down on the floor, and I'm going to pull a card for Bespeak.
Okay.
To get a sense of what we have ahead of us as we take this first leg of the journey. Just so that we're not, to see if I can have some inkling of what we're going into.
Okay. Remind me again how Bespeak works for you.
I pull a single card. I tell you what the card means, and you tell me the interpretation of, or you tell me what I would interpret that to mean in terms of like supernatural world lore, etc.
Yeah.
So the card I pulled is the Celestial. The Celestial represents radiance and ego. It's harness your power to draw those to you and spread your wings to be who you want to be.
As you hold this card in your hand and you meditate on it and ruminate on what this could mean, you hear a door not far from you open, slowly, creaking. And you hear the sound of bare feet on the floor, walking towards you. A bit wet. The smell of blood hits your nose strongly. And on your shoulder, you hear suddenly the flapping wings of a raven settle. And a soft cawing next to you. And as you go to reach up, there is nothing there. And the footsteps retreat back from where they came. The door shuts slowly.
The card fades out from my hand. Let's go. Just going to look up, and I'm going to call down in the direction of the hallway where I heard that sound start to come from. I'll just say, I do certainly hope that you will be able to help us. And I'm going to get up and walk out of this area into the more main area to relocate Fisscourth.
As you do that, Fisscourth, you're at a doorway near the end of the hall.
I raise my little claw to knock. It's like this just feeling of doubt over does I belong here, or maybe Egbree said, like, I really shouldn't. Maybe these people, is it more for me? Is it more for them? I don't know, but I knock on the door.
You knock on the door and it's not properly latched. It just swings open.
Oh, my
as your knuckles
apologies.
hit it. And as you say, my apologies. With their back to you, their armor lumped into a pile on the floor nearby, sits Amelie on the edge of her sister's bed. And she barely turns her head to say, "It's all right. You can come in."
Yes, I just wanted to check on you both. I heard your sister is stable. Small blessings, silver linings, as they say.
I suppose so. That's what our mother would say. Did you need something?
No, actually, I came to check if you needed anything at all. My companions are planning to leave town quite soon to follow the villains that burned down our village. And I suppose I also came to say farewell. Not just disappear without a trace. It felt owed.
You're going after them.
We are.
Do me a favor when you find them. End them.
On my blood, I swear it.
And she reaches out a hand for you, Fisscourth.
I'll extend mine.
She'll take your hand and sit quietly. She doesn't have much more to say, but it seems that she's okay with your companionship if you want to just hang out silently with her for a while she waits.
Sometimes a body is all you need. I know that intimately. Being alone is the scariest thing in the world, especially when the ones closest to you aren't there for you.
And I think on that note, it's a good place to go to break. A little bit early, but I need to refresh my water. Pulling us back in, Fisscourth, you are sitting with Amelie in watching over Farah. Arat, as you walk through the temple, you also run into Ellison and Mari. They also communicate to you. They're getting ready to go back to the house. Once everyone's ready to go, they're going to go back and collect Zasaphil's body. There will be a funeral later today so that Ellison can put her brother to rest. And you are also told that you and the rest of the group are invited should you wish to attend. It will be held here. But you can go down the hallway, which if you would like, to meet up with Fisscourth.
I think I walk down the hall, I get outside of the room, and I can hear that they're in there, but they're not really doing much. So I just pause for a moment and then I continue onward.
Okay, where are you going?
I don't know. I'm Arat at this point is just sort of wandering. Like he'll literally do like full laps in this area, walk up and down the halls, back into the kitchen area, back into the main temple area.
Yeah, as you walk the halls, you hear Duval and Rose Ressa talking in his office. There's a couple doors that are open. You walk by the room that Nizmat was in, where she and Sulong spent their night having a slumber party, and the room where Fisscourth was overnight as well. There is a door at the end of the hallway that you've never gone in before. And as you do some laps, the woman who you heard crying earlier in Duval's office is exiting, and there is someone shuffling almost next to her, and you hear as she moves down the hallway, "Come on, Dad. It's gonna be a long trip, but it'll be worth it. You're gonna like the city. It's not so bad." And you feel them brush by you with suitcases in tow as they make their way towards the front of the temple.
I'll literally just, pardon me, and I'm going to let them go. I am not going to bring up anything that happened. We have handled this already. And from the sounds of it, Arat's just, it's leaps, but he's putting together. She was very angry. Yuiza wrote a letter to Duval explaining, well, this woman wasn't here, so I wanted to help her. And now she's talking about bringing her dad to the city instead of staying alone. So he's just made like a full story arc connection of what happened and continues away. There's no need to bring it up.
And she doesn't, you're not sure if she recognizes you from earlier or not, but she doesn't seem to pay you much attention as she helps her dad down the hallway.
If she doesn't say it, I won't know.
Yeah. But you can definitely do laps while you wait for Fisscourth to come out. There's also people still in the dining room. It seems like Nismat and True Love have taken up camp there. As Nismat is getting ready to go out for the day, True Love is trying to figure out how to help her friend over to the training yard.
I'll probably go sit with them. I do want to say though, since you mentioned there's a door I've never opened, I do just want to like push it or try the handle out of general curiosity before I go sit with them.
Yeah. That door is the door that the woman came out of. That's the door that Old Man Ted was staying in.
Okay.
And everything in here is neat and tidy now. Rather bare. All of his personal effects have been packed up to be moved.
Good. Okay. So just, and then I'll wander back and just go reside with Nismat and True Love.
Yuiza, you were doing a bit of shopping.
Yes.
What are you settling on?
She will settle on. Obviously, everything has kind of like a bigger price tag that most things exceed 500 gold. But she's going to look through the items, and while she thinks a few of them are really good, they're a little expensive, she's gonna like stand in front of this big tower shield that's basically like bigger than her and just say, "I want that one."
Are you able to use the shield?
Probably not, but my friend can.
All right.
It's not for me.
Can you carry this?
We could always find out.
I'll walk it over to your friend. The one with the multiple arms?
Yeah, that one.
Did he always have multiple arms?
No, he did not. He kind of like grew them, like, I would say overnight, but it kind of just happened in the moment. So I just don't really ask questions sometimes.
Well, here. Every one of these comes with one of these as well, especially for those who saved our town. And she will hand you the basilisk dagger.
Thank you. You're so nice. This is really cool.
2 for 1 special. I did nothing.
You're pretty amazing. So I think that's you did that much. You were just amazing, really.
Come, let's go find your friend. And she reaches out and pats you on the top of the head, Yuiza.
Okay, I do like that.
I'm with Ivy.
Ivy is still very much trying to look around over at Pascal and Euphoria. What do you think they're talking about now? Do you think they're making plans to go out?
From where he's standing, he
Take
waits
these flowers.
for... Oh, thank you. He waits for Pascal to talk. And then as soon as Pascal starts talking, do you know that I can stick my foot in my mouth?
I don't believe that you're reading lips. That's not how that works. Take these ones too. Oh, I wish I knew magic, then I'd be so nosy. What?
Oh, as Ivy is handing Sulong flowers, he's arranging them. I rolled a performance check.
Mm-hmm.
I got an 18, so it looks pretty.
Yeah, make a decent flower arrangement. Ivy will get you an assortment of flowers. She'll also offer to weave you a flower crown if you'd like to have one of those for Nismet. She weaves one of some small blue and pink flowers and adds a couple orchids to it as well.
Oh, wow. Thank you. That's good. Yeah. That's a lot.
Oh, it's really not that much. They're about to go out of season anyways. If she wants to preserve it at all, let me know, because I can bring over a special sand that you put them in so that they don't lose their color as they dry. Or you could just press all the flowers in a book. You know what? I'll just talk to Nismet about that, because I probably shouldn't tell you that anyways, that she might want to preserve that. Are you two dating?
Unclear, but, I wouldn't mind.
Okay. Do you want to take some baked goods too? I made some for Yuiza.
Oh,
we have actually gone on a date. I don't know if you know that or not. She's great.
Now it just feels like she's one-upping me.
Hey, Sulong, I bought you a giant power shield.
Sulong just cranes his neck backwards to look past a post over to Yuiza.
She's craning her head behind the tower shield because it's definitely taller than her.
Oh, gods, that's...
Mel is carrying the shield for Yuiza. Yuiza just wanted to hide behind it, so Mel's holding it out.
It's really cool. It can transform into a little barricade. Well, not little, a real big barricade. It's really cool.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you, Mel, by the way.
Mel gave me a dagger.
It was a 2-for-1 deal.
It was a 2-for-1 deal.
Regardless of deal or not. Yeah, you too. And he'll take the shield. If this thing has an expand option, does it have a... Could I shake it to make it more like a buckler size for the time being, just so it's not flopping around?
You can put it on your back.
Good. I have multiple arms. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the size is the size. You got to deal with the bulk of the shield.
He has flowers in one hand, cookies in the other, and the two above him is holding the shield. This is very convenient, actually.
So you have your shield, you got a dagger, cookies from Ivy for you to take to Nismet. Yuiza, Ivy also gives you a flower crown. Your flowers are purple and green, and there's a pretty a bunch of violets off on one side as a little accent. And she gives you a basket. I didn't know what all you all wanted to take. So there is some hardtack jerky in there, but also there's some baked goods. So I suggest eating these ones over here first, because those are going to spoil first. But these ones will keep for a little while if you don't unwrap them. And then there's also some bread in the bottom. It's a really nice flatbread. So if you can find some meat on the road or something, you could roll it up into a decent sandwich. And it shouldn't go too hard, but if it does, just wet the cloth a little bit and then put it on a pan over the fire for just a quick minute to kind of steam it again, and it'll start folding like normal bread again.
She's just nodding and smiling as she's talking, and when she realizes she's kind of dying down the talk, she's just gonna give Ivy a real big hug.
She'll hug you.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
Ivy, these weren't made with peanuts, are they?
Shut up. We're having a moment.
I'm leaving. You be good.
I'll be whatever I want to be. Just keeps hugging Ivy.
And Ivy giggles. Do Do you want to go spy on Nismat or Pascal and Euphoria, or do you want to go spy on Sulong and Nismat? Did you know that he wants to date her?
I figured.
There's so many people trying to date each other right now.
Yeah, there is. I mean, who do you want to spy on? Because I'm going to definitely ask Sulong later, but
Do you have a coin? We could flip it.
Yes.
Okay. Heads, we stay here. Tails, we follow Sulong.
Tails. No, heads. I'm sorry.
What did I say heads was? We stay here? Me and Yuiza can hunker down and spy on Pascal and Euphoria. Sulong, you head back towards the now rubble that is the former guild hall. But there is still the training yard out back. Some of the wood fencing around it is a little singed, but it all still stands. And you see Nismat walking up with their forearm and hand on top of a little pink kobold's head as True Love assists them in getting over there. Hi. Are you going to punch? I'm ready to watch you punch things. Yeah, she said that you were really good at punching things, so we're here to watch. They're not allowed to punch anything, though.
Ah, okay. Well, these are for you, and he'll hand the cookies to True Love.
Ooh! Chocolate chip, my favorite.
And these flowers are for you. We stopped by Ivy's farm and, well, we're just around and stuff.
Thank you. They're really pretty.
Yeah. They also gave me this crown.
Oh,
Can I?
Here, yeah.
Okay, wait, just went a little lower. Yeah, cool.
Nismat will awkwardly bend down. It's more of a crouch. Her ribs are a little sore right now. But you get the flower crown on her noggin. It fits around her horns rather well.
All right, let's go punch some things.
Yes. Okay. True Love, watch this. It's so cool.
He rears back and slams his knuckles together, invoking his bow perks, and the scales harden along his arms, and his fingernails become more claw-like, as that's the flavor I'm going with. The same thing happens with his extra arms, and he'll turn to a training dummy and just start pummeling it.
As you do this, you just hear from behind you, "Wow, that's really cool. I want to hit something too." And True Love takes their battle axe and goes after one of the training dummies next to you. Just two little barbarians raging against the dummies.
It is a work dog finding work, just like, yeah, this is what I'm good at. This is what I'm gonna do. Hell yeah, herd the sheep.
And you hear Nismat from the sidelines just clapping and cheering you on. Throwing out suggestions every once in a while for an uppercut. Not knowing which arm set you're going to use for it.
Oh, I could do this too. And he'll put his two hands underneath, and he yells Hadouken and uses Produce Flame.
Oh, I did that once on accident. The first time I met my friends, when we first joined the Wardens, I also teleported for the first time, accidentally, off the side of a small cliff.
Many wonders as to how you're still alive.
Oh no, it was small. It was just really difficult to get back up because it was so steep and it had kind of a curve. So I had to go around. And by the time I got back around, Amelie and Farah had ended the fight. They took care of the thing.
So, taking a break, just toweling off real quick. We're gonna be leaving either today or tonight. I don't know.
Oh. Are you guys staying for the funeral?
Unknown. Maybe there's. Oh, right. I totally forgot about him.
A lot's happened. It's okay. I don't think anyone would fault you guys if you left. Everyone's really happy that you're able to do what you did.
Yeah. I mean, this place is like basically my second home after a couple of weeks.
This is my 5th home on the material plane. Yeah.
You move around a lot up here?
Well, no, just work.
Right, warden stuff.
Yeah, this is the first. Toby said that I can permanently take a post here for a while if I want to run the hall, because he can't do it forever because he has to be able to, check on all of the other wardens' guild halls. And he also has stuff that he has to go do. So I think I'm gonna do it. It wasn't so bad. The paperwork kind of stunk, but
You're your own boss at this point, right?
yeah. Well, I'm everybody's boss at this point.
Oh. That makes you my boss.
Yeah, it does. Well, when you're here, well, technically not really. It's more of a lateral thing than anything else. I would be taking care of the paperwork rather than going out and doing the doing that I do the paperwork about. It's a way to be support for once rather than the one who charges in.
That's fair. I mean, certainly is a little bit safer, but
Well, I mean, given the state of things here, it's probably not as safe as, fighting a bear, but I can take down a bear pretty quickly.
if our trail ever leads back here, and we're not particularly busy with anything, would you want to adventure together?
If I don't have any paperwork, yeah. I wouldn't be able to go far though, because I am taking over the post. But I mean, I could potentially. I think I get vacation time.
You are your own boss.
Yeah. But also Toby's my boss.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I know where to find you.
I will be right here until further notice. And if I'm not here, you'll know because I'll have to send a notice to all of the other guild halls.
True. Oh. Is there like a mailing system that the guild does, or is it all like send a courier and they'll get here when they get here?
Oh, well, I mean, you could just send it through the normal post that comes through. We don't really have our own mailing system, if that's what you mean. I think the capital has one for the army, but that's it. It just goes out to the guard posts.
Right. Well, while I'm on the road, I'll write you.
Okay.
Cool.
Do you want me to write you about my paperwork?
Sure.
All right. I will. I'll tell you every single form that I fill out.
Yeah, he's just gonna spend some time with Nismet and True Love, just chatting. He will offer to True Love to catapult stumps at her so that she can cut them down with her axe.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
It's probably a hell of a lot more entertaining than watching me punch something.
I don't know. That was pretty entertaining too.
Are you ready? This one's gonna be pretty fast.
Let's go. And yeah, you and the tiny barbarian can have a stump breaking axe contest.
Oh, hey, check this out. Rips it in half.
Yuiza, what are you and Ivy up to?
Yuiza is just trying to make the most out of the time they have left. I know they talked a few more personal things last time, but she's just kind of like, helping spy on Pascal and Euphoria, is talking about baking and baked goods and cooking, and maybe helping like Ivy or somebody else make lunch for everyone, and kind of spend time just before night falls and before she has to return to the temple.
Yeah. You can definitely do all that. Ivy will gladly help accept your help for cooking for everyone. And just like this morning, everyone who's there comes and pitches in. Toby and Pershing are there for lunch. Toby stayed to talk to Ivy's father a bit longer than he realized. So he will hang out and cook the vegetables while you all prep all the other stuff. And it's a really nice communal meal that you get to have with everyone. Should the rest of you decide to head out to the farm, you can join for that meal as well.
Yeah, I think it's a good meeting point. And Yusuf has this kind of like, just despite everything, there's a little bit of calmness and happiness that seeps through as she gets to do a familiar thing, which is like a little communal lunch or dinner that everyone gets to pitch in, and it just makes her feel at home, even if for the last few hours.
I think that we definitely will wind up meeting up there, but as Arat's sitting there, he suddenly puts another like 2 and 2 together of wait, Duval said come back later because the captain would be gone, and the captain just left. So he just gets up and walks straight to Duval's office. It's like, wait, she's not here, and just goes right there.
You head over to Duval's office, and he's in there. He and Rose Ressa are finishing up a chat. She is briefing him when you go to the door about everyone's recovery, their supply status, things that they're going to need to order, things that they need to bring up from storage, and they're kind of coming up with the logistical game plan of how they will be handling everything for the next few days as people recover. There seems to be a lot of concern about Farah. Rose Ressa is at a bit of a loss of what else to do, and Duval is giving a lot of reassurance, but you can definitely knock on the door and head in.
I will.
Oh, all right. Rose Ressa, I will, we can continue this later. Why don't you go take a rest? And Rose Ressa will leave, and all right. It's good to see you.
On her way out, I will say to both of them, if you'd like, before we continue this conversation, if there's anything that I can do to help with this before we head out with your concerns.
Just a few things that we need to order through the general store, and things that need to be brought up from the basement. I can handle them later.
As you wish, yes.
Mm-hmm. It's good seeing you. And she rather warmly exits the room. She appears to have softened from the first encounter that your party has all had with her. And Duval, you hear him moving around his desk. Please, would you like to sit down?
No, I'm perfectly fine, thank you.
Right. How can I help you?
Well, you made the implication of returning later to discuss things, perhaps when you were not as occupied with the woman that was here, and I noticed that she had left, and I'm waiting for Fisscourth to return from checking in on Farah, as you were previously discussing. So there is a cleric in there checking on her for what that is worth. But no, I am finding myself drifting about here, so I figured I would just come back by.
Yes, that was more to indicate when they would be leaving.
Yes, I bumped into them on their way out just now.
Yes, the captain, her last stint on, it was a difficult one, and finding out her father had declined so rapidly in her absence was a shock and quite difficult to deal with. And I would advise your friend Yuiza maybe refrain from impersonating people in a public facility for the time being around here.
There was a discussion of this, yes, and we will be traveling. Your cover story was not too far off. We do have a potential lead in the Panu Republic, so we will be heading that way within the day.
Well,
should not be a problem, all things considered. But I will say, it does sound like things are for the best. Yuiza's efforts were out of concern for a man who seemed without family, and now I've heard the captain is taking said family with her. So that should be a good recovery point for them, I think.
Yes, I believe so as well. I can see where the good intent was. She's a good kid.
Yes. Given the man's mental state, for all we knew, the daughter had been gone for many a year.
Not many a year. About 8 months. This time.
It's quite a bit of time, so it's understandable, especially with the way he fell. But yes, thank you for fielding all of that.
You are very welcome. Not the worst thing I ever had to cover for. I was a bit of a rapscallion in my youth. Helm protect me. Is there anything else I can assist you with? I should make the rounds to check on everyone.
No, as I said, we will be heading on our way to the Panu Republic in some short time. Once we finish our affairs here, should be rather shortly, and hopefully we can make some sense of what happened here. I get the sense that there may be some spiritual element to this, though I cannot connect the dots just yet. But we will see.
Spiritual elements?
Me reaching out into the ether for insight and guidance. But we will see what the Mother of Ravens has in store once we get there.
All right. Well, if there's any way I can be of assistance, please let me know.
All I ask is that make sure that the newest child in the village is looked after best of ability.
Unfortunately, many of us were prepared that this day may come. Don't worry, she will be very well cared for, both of them. Well,
absolutely. Thank you.
I believe Pip and Beetle already have a rotation schedule of who is cooking them dinner when.
It's good to have a community, I suppose.
We have a very good one here. Rupert has seen to that.
It is one of the strongest ones I've seen in my many years of travel. Truly.
Yes, our little village is growing, but in all the best ways, I believe.
I agree. I do not say my words lightly. I have been many a place for many a year, and I have not felt immediately welcome the way I have here.
Oh.
I believe I can say the same for my companions as well.
Well, when Rupert decided that I don't like to speak for others, but when he decided that he wanted to open the land to more to settle here, originally purely for selfish gains. He tells a mean joke, but without an audience, doesn't do him much good. He was very choosy in who he allowed to settle here. And it's made an impact.
So Rupert is the one who is responsible, not the mayor?
No, not the mayor. Rupert is much older than all of us.
I imagine so. I was curious. I knew that the land had to belong to somebody before the mayor's family came here. Though who he would not say.
I'm not entirely sure that he understood his father's passing was difficult for him. At such a young age, I'm not sure that his father even knew. But yes, Rupert is if anyone is actually the mayor of this town, it's Rupert. But he likes to keep a low profile. For
Understand.
obvious reasons.
Naturally, of course. Well, and all being said, I do think that still the mayor and his family did do their part, serve their purpose, both for the town and for themselves. Were you aware of the underworkings of the mayor's land?
No, Miss Ellison filled me in. That
It was a surprise to her too.
I was not aware that such a group had a foothold here, but everyone has their private life, I suppose.
It does. They do. But it does seem that your small, blossoming town has become the focal point of a much larger game.
So it would seem.
Gods are at play. Legends.
Gods and legends. They're never quite as far away as we think they are. Not once we go looking for them anyways.
So I have come to learn.
Anytime you need a home, Arat, you will have one here. Be safe in your travels.
Thank you. Perhaps I will see you again before the next many, many years pass and I circle back around.
Don't worry, I have a feeling we'll see each other again.
One of us will. And I'll walk out on that.
You hear him chuckling quietly to himself as you head out of the room. Yuiza and Sulong, is there anything that you would like to do before we end this evening?
We're not going to the funeral. We are going to the funeral? Just group question.
It feels a little hypocritical to go to the funeral after we insulted his teeth so much.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we really didn't like the guy.
But we're also like kinda sorta now involved in avenging his death. So
Yeah, so like
I'm not avenging his death. I'm avenging the town.
Yeah.
it's sort of part of it. It's wrapped up in it.
It's wrapped up in it, but like definitely not the main reason we're doing it.
It's a
And,
bonus
like,
that we're avenging his death in relation to avenging the town.
So
and you
actually,
know, we don't
actually,
really
DM,
know
the
that.
one thing I haven't been super clear on is when exactly is this funeral again?
They're holding it tonight.
Okay.
We should probably head out before nightfall, though.
I mean, obviously, we're not going to like start off like foot out the door until the whole group is here. So I say we at least rest up the night before we start out in the morning. So if we wind up at the funeral or not, that's to find out at the start of next episode.
All right. Yeah, that is up to you all, as are your lodgings. Those who stayed in the temple can stay there again tonight. Those who would like to, there is still room in the tent that Yuiza is staying in over at Ivy's farm, along with all of the other folks who are staying there. You are more than welcome to stay at either location. But I think for tonight, since we are down a player, this is where we are going to call it. Thank you to all our patrons and Twitch subscribers for your continued support. This show is made possible by listeners like you. Fisscourth was played by Abby. Arat was played by Zachary Vaudo. Yuiza was played by Alessa Vamp. Sue Long was played by RJ. And your GM this evening was Sara Roberts. Luck and Chaos is recorded live on Thursday nights. If you'd like to join us for a live recording, check out hypegoblin.com/events for the full live schedule. Links to cast social media, third-party supplements used in the game, affiliate links, and the show's Patreon are available in the episode description. A Twist of Fate, Luck and Chaos theme by Sneakernet is available now on Bandcamp. Don't forget to like and review this episode on your platform of choice, and we'll see you all in the next one.